me show you guys how to make the crackers.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
Okay, we talked about the dehydrator, but what's that?
Oh, okay. This is a dehydrator tray.
Okay.
Now, the tray comes like this. And this is the the mesh sheet.
Yep.
So whatever you make on this, a lot of times you'll make burgers or anything thick and heavy, you can just put right onto the mesh sheet.
Okay.
Is much better than using a Teflon sheet over it, because the air will get to it and it will dry quicker. Okay. But this is a Teflon sheet. You can also use like saran wrap and different things, but the Teflon sheets you can buy and then reuse.
Mm-hmm. How many times?
Oh, they're, you can just reuse
over
them
and over
forever.
and over.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, over and over and over. So it's nice. You can just rinse. Otherwise, you'll go through a lot of saran and stuff. And these are good for crackers. Anything that will fall through. Anything soupy that will fall through.
What size do you recommend for?
Well, there's only two. The 5 tray and the 9 tray are pretty large. Obviously, you can see the tray size.
Okay.
The 4 tray, not only is it 4 trays, but it's actually a lot smaller too.
Oh, okay.
So it's great if you don't, if you're one person, you're not making a lot. But even if you're only one person and you're making a bunch of crackers, or if you're making something that you need to take one of the trays out because it's thick, then you only have a 2 tray. So, the 5 and 9 trays tend to dehydrate quicker too. So it's worth it to get the bigger one, I think. But now these are the flax seeds. Okay, these have been soaked. Let me show you what regular flax seeds look
So
like.
that's going to turn into this.
Yeah, these are
How
dry.
they blew up.
Right.
Look.
Flax
Yeah,
seeds, I know.
these are dry flax.
Okay.
And these have just been soaked in water. A lot of times you might soak them and they expand very quickly, so you might have to add more water pretty quick. So for the crackers, I'm just going to make a really simple cracker. You can put anything you want in it, but again, I just throw everything. I mean, these crackers are so pretty because I shredded carrot.
They're
and
awesome.
I shredded onion, and because I wanted it chunky so you could see it. But otherwise, if I'm just making crackers for myself, or I want plain crackers, which a lot of times I don't want a lot of spices and herbs. Yeah, flavors, because I'm using them for a dipper to make sandwiches, so I want them like a bread. So they're so easy to make.
So you're
I mean,
actually using that as a bread substitute.
yeah. I mean,
Great.
you can make breads out of sprouted wheat, sprouted buckwheat, rye berries. So there's so much you can do. But just for regular crackers, you can also take the dry seeds and grind them either in a Vitamix or a coffee grinder, and you get a smooth cracker, like a flour. It looks like you were using flour, so like a real cracker.
And you make it the exact same way.
You make it the exact same way. You grind the flax first.
And then
you don't
you
soak
soak
it.
it?
No, you don't soak it.
Don't soak it at
You
all.
just grind the flax first. Then you put it in here with whatever else.
Cool.
And then,
Okay.
so there's so many different ways. I'm just showing you a real quick way to make
Everything
them.
has so many different ways.
I know. I mean,
And it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it really
Well, you know
is
what the
cooking
thing
fun.
Very
is?
versatile.
Well, that's the thing about raw food, because you're not cooking it. So the flavor is all in the way you grind it or mix it. You can take the same thing and grind it until it's mushy and mashed together, and it's going to have a different texture. You can take the same ingredients and grate them and put it all together in a loaf, and it'll taste different and give it a different... Because raw food is all, you're not cooking it, so it's all about the texture and how it forms together. And so you can put whatever you want in this. We'll just put some onion.
I was asking you before about my boyfriend.
Oh, right.
Because he's not raw.
Right.
I mean, he is meat and potatoes, fast food king. And what am I going to do? What do you think the easiest things are to introduce to him, or if you could shed any insight?
Sure. Yeah, there's a couple different things. I mean, people often say to me, let me just grind this, and then I'll show you how to spread it while I talk to you while I grind this.
Looks like paste.
Mucus. Now I know why
It's a
you
little
said
piece
that,
of
but
weird onion. But yeah, see how it's, let me grind it a little more. Okay. Now I'll show you this. The reason you can do these so thin, you don't have to worry about making them that thin. Even if there's holes in it, it should be okay because of the, see the white goop that like holds it together.
The glue.
Yeah. So,
Awesome.
then you're just going to spread this out. So, and you can, again, you can make them really thick or And you know, experiment. I mean, once you make them a couple times, you know, you'll know how to do it. And you'll see what you like and what you don't like. And so then you just spread it out. Let me actually get the...
Don't use your fingers with this one.
I do.
Yeah, go for it. Just do it.
This might work okay. If you're going to do them thin, you might have to use your hands. So, yeah, this isn't going to work. I just like to use my hands. And you can really spread it. And see how...
Yeah.
See how it gets
there's like a hole there. That's what you meant by hole.
Yeah, like if there's a little hole, it usually keeps together because it's so, you know, the white.
Yeah,
I don't know what it's.
Yeah.
I don't know what to call it. I call it white goop. Kind of holds it together. So you're just gonna spread this out, and again, you can make them really thick. Anyway, your boyfriend, you know, there's a couple of things.
Or really anyone, like a family member, you know,
Right.
people that just are not doing it. That
and you
will
want to
probably try to make fun of you too. Oh well.
Okay, well, there's a
That's a
couple
given.
ways I would answer that. Like I said before, when you're doing, like I said, I told you about that woman who was the chiropractor.
Yeah, yeah.
When you're doing this diet, when you talk about it with people, I mean, most people, it's very rare I talk to somebody about this and they don't get excited about it. Really. I mean, most people get really, really excited about it. And it's not, you know, a friend of mine said, yeah, but that's because you do it for a living and you're so excited. I said, no. It's the way, it's the energy that you put into it. And if you're with somebody who, you know, who sees you changing and sees how healthy you are, and, you know, they're going to probably get excited about it. I mean, there are, you know, I've lived with people and been with people who aren't raw, and you know, sometimes they're not into it, but as long as they're supportive about it too, I mean, I think that's, you know, as long as they're not giving you a hard time about it or saying, oh, why are you doing this, or why, you know, then, I mean, it can be hard in terms of, you know.
See, he suffers from a lot of headaches and things, and I think he has a lot of food allergies that he doesn't even know about. So maybe that would sort of be a good way to present it to him.
Yeah.
Because I think...
And, well, you know, and you can make him the food, like make him the desserts. Wait till you guys taste the desserts.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Hook him.
Chocolate, here we go. So...
Yeah, I mean, wait till you taste the desserts. And, you know, make him stuff like that. And instead of him, you know, maybe he can eat his regular meals, and then instead of dessert, have the raw dessert. And then instead of regular, you know, you can give him crackers.
Good idea, yeah.
You know what I mean? Slowly add it in. So then you're just going to put this in the dehydrator, put it in at 110 degrees, and, you know, it can take anywhere from, like, 12 hours to 24 hours. I mean,
So you
usually,
just leave it on.
Yeah, and usually I just put them in overnight. So I don't really time anything. It's funny, I just kind of test it, and then you get the hang of it. You know when to check them. I normally do, like I put crackers in at, you know, 9, 10 o'clock at night or something before I go to bed, and then they're usually done the next morning. But a lot of times what you want to do, if you do put crackers in, you're going to want to, you take the tray. I forgot to show you this. When they're done, you don't have to do this, but a lot of times in the morning they'll still be a little moist on certain sides. You take a tray, you put it on top, you flip it over, you take this off, and then you peel the Teflon sheet off of it.
Okay.
So then it's on the mesh sheet.
Oh, so
You know what I mean?
Dry,
So it can
because
dry
it's no longer
better.
a little piecey, because it's dry.
Right. And, you know, it just gets dry a little
Okay.
quicker. So, you know, I try to flip things, and a lot of times in the recipes, if they call for flipping things, that's what it means. Just to flip it over. So, now, there's so much stuff you can do with the crackers, just like all the sandwiches. This one had, did you taste these? These have cinnamon and honey in them. But, you know, there's so much you can do. I mean, you remember we were talking about sandwich. I know you guys are getting full.
That's
This
what
makes
I
you-
want.
Yeah,
you
those
keep
are
dipping
really
in there. I want to try.
Oh. Well, this here, why don't you give me your plates? Because you can make so many different kinds of sandwiches with these. I mean, just like you would. Actually, let's do. You can. This is often.
You can give Nance the avocado. Because she's an avocado queen.
Oh, okay, me too.
I am.
Well, a lot of times I just put a piece of avocado, a slice of tomato, and a slice of onion. And this is like one of my favorite things for dinner.
Where's the wine? Is there any wine? Organic wine?
Raw wine. You want
Raw wine. Raw.
Do you want to taste
Raw
something?
wine.
Do you want the avocado? Or you
I want
the
the almond
Should have the
butter
other one.
thing.
The
Yeah.
almond butter thing.
On this kind.
Well, that's a really good question. This is, let me just give you one of these. No, you can put almond butter. Wait till you taste this. Did you guys ever have, when I was little, I used to eat peanut butter, banana, and honey sandwiches? Did you ever have that?
No.
Oh my God,
I had
was
peanut butter,
addicted to-
banana, and mayonnaise.
Oh, God. That's horrible.
Or potato chip.
You're going to have one now.
Oh.
These are so good.
This. Oh. Oh. Oh my.
I mean, this is like a treat.
That's sinful.
It is
That looks
sinful.
very sinful.
Yeah, this is very good.
We're reliving Alyssa's childhood right now
Yeah.
in a better way.
It's funny. What did I make? It's something that I used to eat all the time when I was little. Berries and cream. I used to eat sour cream and. Okay, so we're gonna put.
Oh my God.
Isn't that
So
good?
anyway,
avocado?
the wine.
Delicious.
Yeah,
Is there such thing?
there is raw wine, and that is one thing. If you're gonna drink alcohol, that's what raw fooders drink is organic raw wine. I mean organic wine because it's raw. I have a different theory on drinking. I mean, that you probably don't want to hear.
No, you're on, no judgment here.
Okay, that's yours. The avocado.
Thank you.
You're welcome. For me, a lot of people who are raw drink raw wine, and because it's, wine is raw, unlike beer, which is brewed. I think I don't do this diet to lose weight or to, I did it to heal my body, but I do it because I feel so good. And I used to drink. I used to drink a lot and party a lot, and I just lost. It wasn't even a conscious decision. I just lost my taste for alcohol because I felt so good. I felt like I was becoming healthy. My taste buds were changing. I was craving fruits and vegetables. I just lost my craving for alcohol. And I think, and this is just my, I really feel like if you're choosing to be healthy and you want to, if you want to be healthier and create health in your body, then alcohol, coffee, any of that stuff is not going to be a good thing.
Yeah.
And people say, well, sometimes people think, well, coffee isn't going to be that bad, but or just because it's a liquid, it's not going to be as bad as something solid that you're eating. But alcohol, coffee, it's going into your system even at a quicker rate than food, than solid food. And coffee is one of the most addictive things I've ever seen somebody. People get so addicted to coffee. It's the worst thing that people detox from, more so than meat, chicken, fish. It's amazing.
Oh my
Uh-oh, you having a
orgasm This is all I'll ever need. Like in my cabinet.
And that's, really, if you have crackers,
Oh my God,
which
I
you
know.
should, it's nice to have a bunch of crackers when you first start, and then if you have, almond butter and honey, that's so easy to put together.
Oh, this is awesome. This is a major treat. It's dripping.
I know, they're so messy. Also, you can do, actually, I'll show you this, and we'll make this on the cinnamon crisps. We'll do,
I'm really. This is really good.
really good.
It's just so sad. Everything's so satisfying.
Yeah.
Well, I just noticed from the difference of the taste of organic bananas versus regular bananas, there's such a difference.
Oh, yeah.
And I've noticed the difference is that I can actually have a raw banana, organic banana, whereas normal bananas, forget it, I can't eat them.
Yeah, I know, after you get used to it.
Or an apple, because I've been off of fruit for so many years because of candida.
Yeah. Now, do you
now
eat
I
fruit
do-
now?
Well, I blueberries, I'm a blueberry queen, and
Yeah.
I've been doing the organic apples.
This is how I got into all this, is because of candida originally, and I got really sick, and I went to like 5 different doctors. They didn't know what was wrong with me. Eventually, I went to a holistic doctor. I stopped eating sugar, and then that's how I slowly, I started working in a health food store, and but on this diet, your candida will be gone in a couple of weeks. You got to try this one if you want to split it.
Oh my! I'm still like really.
I'm trying to really make
liking my taste buds.
Here. It's just that one was just peanut butter honey.
Go
with
ahead.
raspberries.
Look how beautiful too.
So, I mean, I think, it's up to you if you want to drink. But I mean, if you're really trying to create health and you want to think, it's not just about, like a lot of people will say, they'll still drink coffee, they'll still, even like mints, things like that. I also think that if you are going to do this and make a commitment to do this, is that good?
Oh my God! It's like eating peanut butter and jelly. I mean, but it's not. But it is. You have to taste this. Oh my God! Don't take too big a bite. Oh, you want me to leave some for you, the rest for you? Is that what you want? No, it's
honey?
okay. Oh my God, is that good?
But
And
if
I'm like
you're
not
trying,
a sweet nut.
if you're trying to,
I hear you. I mean,
but not only that, when you eat those foods, this is what happens. If you guys make a 30-day commitment to doing this, okay? If you keep that stuff in your diet, what will happen is that will slowly draw, I really believe that will slowly draw you back into the other things because you're never making the break. You're having the mints, you're having the coffee. It's like you're staying connected to the cooked food. And it's much easier for your system. This is also when I talked before about going 100% raw. It is also because, I'll tell you right now, it's 100 times easier to go 100% raw than it is 90% raw. I cannot do 90% raw. And there may be some people who can. I mean, there are some people who have a different brain than me, who think differently, who, are very methodical, who can do 40%, 50%, 60%, and then slowly work their way up. In a perfect world, I think that would be the best way to do it. But I can't do that. That's like eating one chocolate chip cookie and putting the bag away. I mean, what is that? You know what I mean? I don't really know what that means.
I don't like anyone that can do that.
I know a lot of women can, or a lot of people have food addictions. And, that to me, it's much easier. When I'm 100% raw, it is much easier to go 100% raw. Not only because, what are you going to do? Keep track of 70%, okay, I'm 80% raw. You slowly fall back. I very rarely see that work for someone.
This is like the only dessert I'll ever need.
That's not even a dessert.
delicious.
I know. It is. Doesn't it taste like it?
Oh, yeah.
And, also, it does pull you back. I mean, the cravings, when you are 99% raw, that is a huge, I know it sounds weird, but it is a huge, huge, huge difference.
All right, so can I ask you a gross question?
But it's a big, huge difference between going 100% raw. Your cravings will stop. It might take a couple weeks, a couple months.
I mean, cravings for like
other
the
food.
processed breads and things that we're
and
used to.
cheese and bread. But if you're eating 97 or 99% raw, your cravings are still going to be kept alive. So it's a huge difference. So you guys ready to make 100% commitment? For a month? 30 days. I promise you,
I
you
think
will
so. I
feel
really think
unbelievable.
so. I really do think so.
No, I have to say that when
As long
I've
as-
tried it, when I had some experience with it short term, the difference in my energy, my mental energy, my physical energy, and I just felt so much younger.
Yeah, I know.
And it's making it, for me, it's been such it's a pull, but it's like so much work. It had been until you showed us how to do it so much easier.
Really?
I mean, it's been
Sometimes it's just that. Like if you don't have the tools and techniques, you can't, even if you know intellectually what it
Absolutely.
is or how to do it, it's just sometimes
Make
as
it
simple
simple.
as, you got to keep it simple. And like I said, I have complicated recipes, but you have to keep it simple.
In the winter, you don't miss like hot food.
I don't know. And what happened, I used to have really, really cold feet and hands, bad circulation. I
know,
don't
it's
anymore.
terrible,
No,
really.
it goes away with raw food. Your body acclimates. I'm much more, I adjust much easier to cold weather and hot weather now. I used to not be able to stand cold weather. Yeah. So
Can you heat any of the soups to 100 and whatever, 10
You
degrees,
can,
you
yeah. A lot of
said?
people warm things. I never did that because it's very difficult to tell. It's easy to go over. I never wanted to get close to that line. But yeah, you can. I mean, if you feel like you need warming foods, you can.
So
add
again, you're
ginger.
sort of teasing yourself in a way.
I think so. It's
Yeah.
much easier to do the break. I really believe that, and I've seen it. I've seen it with people I've taught. That when you're kind of still warming up the soups and drinking a lot of tea and drinking alcohol and, wine. And I just think it's like a matter of time before you fall back into that.
So
it's like
you don't drink, there
ways.
is no tea because that's all dried herbs.
Yeah, I mean, not really. I mean, tea I think is okay to drink once in a while. I've never been a tea drinker, a coffee drinker, so which is a good thing. But
did you ever smoke cigarettes?
Not really, no.
Okay.
But I did a lot of other things, and drank, and so. But it's just you just eventually your body cleans out, and you just lose those cravings. I mean, I've seen people stop smoking and stop drinking because they go raw. Yeah,
I believe that actually, because you feel cleaner, and you don't want to pollute yourself.
Yeah.
So can I ask you the gross question now?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. What you gonna ask the gross?
Perfect timing. We're talking about flax crackers.
No, but we're eating a lot of foods that are high in gaseous material. So like the level of gas in your body.
Yeah.
What?
The first couple days you're on raw. No, that's a good question. The first couple days you're on raw, you might feel a little
I'm getting
bloated.
a lot of gurgling and stuff. It
Because
doesn't
your
feel bad,
intestines,
but it feels like something's moving,
That's
which is a
cleansing.
good thing.
Yeah, that's a detox. It's a cleansing. A lot of times from flax seeds are a natural laxative. All the fruit, vegetables, that's going to happen. You might feel bloated for a couple days. Also, this is very, very bad food combining. We're eating everything. Fruit, it's not, you wouldn't normally eat all this food.
Okay.
And if people get gas because if you're not properly food combining, that's what happens. You get gas, bloating, heartburn, indigestion. And if you stop like when you eat fruit, the reason you're supposed to eat fruit alone is because fruit takes like 20 minutes to a half an hour to digest. If you're eating any other foods, even raw, even flax seeds or any of the other meals like, nuts, those foods are going to take longer to digest. So if you're eating those foods and then you're eating fruit on top of it, the fruit already starts to digest and starts to ferment because it can't pass out of your body, and that's what causes gas. And that's what happens when people, even when you're eating cooked food, if it's not, if you don't wait between, if you mix too many combinations or...
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So it'll go away.
Happen. Yeah, it will go away. It will.
Okay.
Let me show you how to make... let me show you how to make the crepes. It's so easy, and it is like the most unbelievable recipe. We're gonna...
Bananas.
Yeah, bananas.
In the crepes. Okay.
I'm gonna use, about 5-6 bananas. So, that's one. Have you guys ever made fruit leathers?
No,
but I know. Yeah, I know.
We sell them, but I've never made them.
Okay, well, you can do them with any kinds of fruit. You can do them with apples and pears. You can do it,
Is this another dehydrated thing?
Yeah, I'm going to do a couple dehydrated things.
Cool.
Oh.
So, I just did one the other day with apples and prunes. So you can do any combination. This is just bananas, okay? You just blend them until they're blended.
I can do that.
Until they're, like...
Liquid?
Liquid. Okay, and then you take one of the trays, and we're going to use the Teflon sheet for this. Okay, so we're going to put that on top of the mesh.
Because it's runny, right?
Yeah, because it's runny and it would seep through. And we're just going to pour that on. Okay. And you're not going to do it... Oh, there's a little piece of banana. You can actually leave that in there if you want. You can leave pieces and chunks of stuff. Normally I grind it pretty fine, but... And you can experiment. Again, you can do them thick or thin, but you're going to do this like 1/4 of an inch. Not paper thin like that.
Yeah.
But you're going to spread it out fairly well.
Out getting my little measuring...
Yeah,
I had to make sure they weren't...
After you do it a couple times, you'll get the hang of it. And that's why I'm just showing you guys.
Yeah.
Because dehydrating is weird. I say, well, spread it, put it in the food processor and then put it in the food processor and then spread it and flip it over. And, it's kind of weird without seeing it. So, and that's it. And then you're going to put it back in the dehydrator.
And how long does that take usually?
This actually takes a while. The fruit leathers can take like 18 to 24 hours because they're so liquidy. And this is what it comes out to be.
No way.
Wow.
That's not the Teflon sheet? No way.
Yeah.
I have to touch it.
So.
Oh my God! No way. And that's
I'm
just
gonna make
banana?
crepes out of it. It's just banana.
Oh,
And you're
gonna
gonna
make
taste of that.
Oh my God! This is freaking me out.
Isn't that good? And it's
my
just
God.
banana. It doesn't have any preservatives or chemicals, and you know.
Oh
Even though the fruit
my
leathers might say
God.
100% fruit leather, I mean, you don't know how long they've been sitting there. And...
You can travel with this easily.
Oh, yeah. Dehydrated stuff is really cool because you can go camping. You can dehydrate a lot of vegetables and fruits and just put it in a baggie and then reconstitute it or just...
Oh my God. Okay, so nothing's missing really.
No. I mean,
Nothing's missing.
But I'm going to show you how to make crepes. And they are really, really easy.
This, my boyfriend would like a lot.
Oh, wait till you taste the crepes. Actually, I'm going to wait. I'm going to put this... I'm going to make the filling. We're going to leave this right here. Okay?
Okay.
I'm going to make the sweet cream filling.
That's unbelievable. That is so cool. So you can use any other fruit, Alyssa, and it'll get a similar texture for crepes?
Yeah.
That's really unbelievable.
Can you also do that if you're going to make a crepe with any of the grains, the sprouted grains, and make a thin?
Well, this is, like I was saying before, I actually made cannolis. I made the sweet cream filling, and instead of the fruit leather, I made almost like a thin bread from wheat sprouts. And I dehydrated it halfway, and then I rolled it up and dehydrated it more, so it was like a pastry dough. So.
Oh my God! Hello.
Yeah.
Will that be on the next DVD?
No, that's in the book. All this.
It is?
Yeah,
Okay,
all
good.
The stuff's in
Oh,
the
good.
book. So we're gonna take half a cup of macadamia nuts and half a cup of cashews. And we should probably double this recipe because there's a lot. But there's a big fruit leather there, so let's double this. We're going to take...
That's unbelievable. I'd like to make those and sell them at the store.
What are we going to sell now? She's going to have me in the kitchen.
No, I'll make them.
Oh, yeah, right.
All this stuff, I mean, you see how easy it is, though. And you think, why
Because we want to do other things with the juice bar, but we don't want to do chocolate chip cookies, you know?
Right.
And this would be so cool. And kids come in all the time for fruit leather.
leathers.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is much healthier than the ones you buy. And then I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. It's usually a half, but... And I'm going to add... Can you pass one of those lemons?
Sure.
Okay, we're going to add... It's a half a lemon juiced, but we're going to do a whole lemon. And... This is actually kind of a handy little
Reamers. I know something.
I know Reamers. I love this. It's easier, you know, if you're only doing one lemon
awesome.
instead of using a whole juicer for it. Okay, so, and this is almost like, you remember the fettuccine Alfredo? We use the cashews and macadamia and some pine nuts and Bragg's and garlic. This we're going to use more vanilla and honey to make it sweet. So it's still a cream sauce, but so they're very similar, a lot of these.
Yeah.
Bragg's, honey, water. Okay, so we're going to do, it's like 1 tablespoon. We're going to do a little more since we're making more.
I can see you don't measure.
No. I don't know what that is. I think growing up in the restaurant business.
Yeah.
And then won't put too much water, like 1 teaspoon of water. And then just a little bit of Bragg's, and I'm going to show you. Okay, so I'll just grind this up. And if it's not turning over, you just want to add a tiny bit more water. So you always want to just add the water a little bit at a time. I can smell it. It smells so good. If you do have a Vitamix and you want to get this really smooth, you can do it in the Vitamix, but it's hard to do the nuts, and unless you're making a good amount too. And then this does it. The food processor will do it just as smooth. You're just going to let it run for, a few extra minutes. Okay, So you really want it to be creamy. So you want to make sure it's really, really blended. So we're just going to do it for another minute. Scrape down the sides. Okay. And then we're going to take the banana fruit leather. And I've tried this with other fruit leathers. It works.
Yeah.
But the banana's the best. We probably don't need this whole thing.
Oh, why not?
Now you want to taste the cream. Okay. Let's see if this worked. Yep. And then you're just going to put this in the middle. Wait till you guys taste this. You're going to flip out.
I'm afraid for what I
I'm going
might
to cut
do.
this before. It's very difficult because it's so leathery to cut it while the cream is in there. So we're just going to slice this up a little. Pull it apart. And once the cream is in the middle, it's going to soften the fruit leather if you let it sit for a couple minutes especially. And we're going to pour strawberry sauce over it.
Oh my God. These are better desserts than I've ever had.
Yeah, really? I don't think I'll ever.
And this is supposed to be like a crepe. But yeah, I mean the desserts, all this
They are. The
food, I think it's
consistency is
much-
unbelievable.
I think
How did you
everything's
figure
better
all
than-
these things out?
Well, I started making stuff, and then I just experimented from that. I thought, oh, what if I can make this from, this kind of tasted like this. I would do things by mistake. And then one night, I was over someone's house, and there was an ad they had the TV on, and there was an ad for a calzone from a pizza place. And I said, well, wait a minute. Why can't I make a calzone, So, and then you just roll these up. And let me get a plate.
Oh my God.
Okay, take the crackers away. Put that there, thank you. Okay, so.
Did you make those? Did you make those at your last
The taste testing.
taste
party?
testing?
No, those were the what are
They were a
called?
dessert that you made.
It's the
Oh, I know. With the cream and the thing and the thing. Yeah.
yeah,
with the
that's
cream and the thing and the
called.
thing.
The Italian cannelloni. I was gonna say.
Yeah.
No, what are those things?
Oh my
Cannolis.
Cannolis.
Yeah, the cannolis, and it has the same filling.
Yeah,
That was what the other.
yeah. They were so good.
Yeah,
Oh, these are gonna be like those. Oh dear.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in trouble.
they're incredible. You don't have to be perfect, whether you can put a lot. You don't need a lot of the filling because they're very rich. And sometimes I usually make them even a lot smaller than this. So the one thing about this diet too, it's really funny. Like when I was on it for a long time, I would, and the couple times, like at the beginning when I started doing it for the first few years, I would go on it and be on it for a while, and then I would go off of it. And even though I normally, every time I would go off a diet, I would go for chocolate or sweets. It's not, you don't do that with this diet. When you do go off of it, you go for other things that, like your favorite foods, because there's no way, you never miss the sweets on this diet because
there's no reason.
No.
Yeah, there's
because the
absolutely no reason.
desserts are
Even just
they're
that
better.
almond butter.
Oh my
little
God.
creation was enough
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, this is gonna be so good. Wait till you guys taste this. I can't wait.
Can I? Can I take one?
No, not yet.
Not yet. She's
We're gonna
not
do the
ready. She's
strawberry
gotta
sauce.
do the
The
sauce
strawberry
now.
sauce makes it a
Be
lot
patient.
thinner. So this, some of the stuff has a couple of extra steps to it,
Yeah.
But I mean, it's still not hard to do. I want to make them so they don't stick. It's still not a difficult thing. Some of these don't have too much cream. But okay, so let me show you the strawberry sauce.
So I'm already thinking about breakfast.
What we're gonna eat for breakfast. We don't need breakfast. We already ate enough
I
today.
can't sort of take a banana and freeze it.
You can, yeah.
And that would be okay. That's still raw.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, a lot of, frozen fruits.
You know, for my
that.
smoothies.
Yeah, sure. You can do that, definitely.
And the unsweetened, plain soy milk is okay too, right?
Soy milk? No.
No, soy milk isn't okay.
No.
I don't
And
like
that's,
soy
a lot of
milk
people
anyway.
say soy milk, no, because it's cooked.
Mm.
And tofu, a lot of people think tofu, well, it's, soybeans and it's healthy. So rice milk, any of the soy milks, any of that, it's all cooked. A lot of times people say to me, well, there's a bottled juice, but it's 100% fruit juice. Mm-hmm. So it's all fruit, but it's pasteurized. Anything in a bottle, there's a lot of, it's a couple popular ones now that are in bottles that say, fresh and 100%
organic, 100% juice, but
they're
it's from
pasteurized.
They have to be pasteurized.
Anything in a bottle, can, not good. I mean, there's a couple of exceptions like almond butter,
Yeah.
So this is like the easiest thing. I mean, you just take a bunch of strawberries. You can make a blueberry sauce or a strawberry sauce.
You know what's so funny? We have customers that have gone raw.
Yeah.
And all they keep doing is telling me how easy it is, no different than you've been for the last few hours.
Yeah.
And I think I get it now. It is easy. Because you fear, they're talking about making all these recipes with dehydrators and what's that other thing called?
The solidaka.
Thank you. And now I've seen it, and it is easy.
Yeah.
It is really easy.
And yeah, if you're not used to using a dehydrator, it's going to seem weird at first. It's going to be like, oh my God, that's a whole other thing. I have to learn.
Is it noisy, the dehydrator?
Oh, no.
A little bit. No, not
it's like
really.
a little tiny fan that runs.
So like white noise kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean,
You run it at night.
just like anything, if you're not used to it. But once you it's like using an oven. What if somebody came here who lived in the woods, and they've never seen an oven, they never had to use an oven? They would think it's weird and hard, and they'd have to understand how to use it. And, well, how long do you leave things in for, and what temperature? It's the same thing with the people say to me, well, exactly what temperature and exactly how long? Well, I mean, sometimes you don't know exactly how long. You could say, well, around 20 minutes, but test and see if it's done.
Look at it.
I mean, same thing.
So if it's dry, it's done. If it's wet, it's not.
Right.
Kind of thing.
Exactly. And, with burgers and stuff like that, you can leave them a little mushy. They don't have to be hard as a rock. Or you can do whatever texture, whatever.
Like if you like it well done or medium rare. I mean, like a medium
the
rare
strawberry
burger.
sauce is just strawberries. If they're not real sweet and ripe strawberries, we might add some honey, but that's it. So
we've really complicated cooking over the years,
is
what we've done.
Oh my God, that's so good. It is a little tart. You can add dates if you prefer, if you don't want to use honey. So whatever you guys
want to use. Okay.
Yeah.
So pretty.
It's really pretty.
Yeah. No one would believe that it's just strawberries.
And you can make jams and sauces, just strawberries, blueberries, bananas. You don't need all sugar and all the other stuff.
It's so pretty. It's like the color of the office dance.
Isn't that really cool? Put a few strawberries around.
Make it beautiful.
Yes, make it pretty. I mean, what if you served this on a Sunday morning to people? Don't you think that would look really pretty?
Absolutely.
You can make it even prettier, but...
Is this finger food?
It can be, sure.
Good.
It's probably easier as finger food. And like I said, if you wait, you can...
Thanks.
The strawberry sauce will make the...
Thank you.
The banana a little softer. So, try it. Try it.
Okay.
There's no neat way of doing it.
No, there isn't.
Sure, Alyssa. Oh, police! Oh my
God. That's so good.
Oh my God.
And that was really easy. I mean, it was a couple steps. That's the thing. Some of the things as you get more into this kind of stuff is, a couple more steps instead of just mixing it in the food processor and dumping it on a plate. But it's really easy. The fruit leather, the sweet cream filling, and the strawberry sauce.
How long will that keep?
Oh,
That should keep. I mean, it's the sweet cream, and so that'll keep at least a few days. At least.
Can I have a doggy bag?
Isn't that incredible?
Oh my
It's
gosh.
incredible.
I mean,
Good.
is that like better
It's
than? I mean, I
incredible.
used to have balences when I was little. I mean, crepes. You know, not awesome.
It's awesome.
It's awesome.
Can I look my plate?
All right, I'm going to show you guys how to make enchiladas. I'm going to show you it's a really easy recipe. There's a couple steps, but really, really easy. There's 4 cups of corn, okay? And all you're going to do is to take the corn off the cob. Is this. Okay? Really simple. Just go straight down, watch your fingers. You're not used to doing it.
Say that. Watch
Yeah.
your fingers.
There's no little gizmo to take the corn off.
Oh,
Someone should invent that.
So we're going to put this in the food processor. And get the rest out of here. Okay. And then we're going to do a half a cup of, this is the ground flaxseed. These are the flax seeds.
Oh, so
that
you could make
you can make crackers
crackers.
out of the ground.
Okay, so one.
it's more like
I
a
have
flour.
a question on that.
Yeah.
So when you put them in the dehydrator, you
Well,
are
you have to put
mixing-
liquid.
Okay.
So you'd have to put them in here with like carrots and water and
Okay,
tomatoes and stuff, or
okay.
whatever, you know, just like you
and
would
you still get that glue even
Yeah,
though they're
yeah.
okay.
And they're just like a smoother, like a floury cracker instead of a nut cracker,
I'm
like
gonna
a
make
seed
those.
cracker.
I'm gonna make those really
So-
soon.
All right, and then we need an orange. And
Orange.
yeah, I'm gonna do half a cup, which is usually about half an orange.
Here's her little thing.
This is the enchilada
This
part.
is the enchilada. This is the tortilla.
The tortilla part. Okay.
It's unbelievable.
This is the tortilla part. Okay.
I think I say that about every recipe, don't I?
Yeah, I know.
Unbelievable.
I've been saying the same
I'll add a
thing.
little more oranges. But it is. I
It
mean,
is.
The more
It absolutely is.
Okay. And what else? A clove of garlic.
And you remember what I was saying before about the smell of things, like when it's cooking?
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking like how obnoxious fried onions smell. Like, and you'd walk in the next day to your house and it'd be like, you know, and remember that commercial, fried fish last night, dear? You know, because it just stinks. So maybe really that's a bad thing, not a good thing.
Well, we've been, you know.
Well, raw food will begin to smell much, much better to you. I mean, like I said, you know, your taste buds are going to change and your senses are going to become much more acute. So you know, the smell of a mango or a tomato.
Just that orange,
tomato.
like
Yeah.
I just want to suck on it.
Yeah.
I do. Like I haven't eaten enough.
I know. I mean, you guys are going to be. This is not a good, like I said, good food combining.
Food combining tonight.
So that's it. You're going to just mix it all together. And you're just going to scrape down the sides. So you're just going to make sure you mix it around a little. This should blend up pretty quickly. You just
And
want to
you're
get
blending it to real liquid?
Yeah, very
Okay.
just so it's
Get the
completely.
corn.
Yeah, you
Okay.
don't want the whole corn. You can have whole corn. If
So
you were
this
doing
is like
crackers.
a corn tortilla.
Yeah, if you were doing corn crackers, you could do corn.
Bless you.
Corn and whole flax, and you know you can leave it half blended, half whole, but we want this pretty smooth because it's going to be a tortilla. Okay, so then we're going to take our let's see if we have a clean dehydrator sheet, and we're definitely going to need a Teflon sheet for this. Okay.
So can you dehydrate something too much? I mean, what will happen, like if you, for instance, leave the flaxseed because you're sleeping when they're perfectly dry? You know, and then
I'm actually going to tell you this recipe you got to kind of keep an eye on.
okay.
So you can. The good thing about this is you can make it in the morning and it can be done late afternoon and evening. So you know a lot of things don't need to be dehydrated overnight or for 24 hours. So you can still have it that day or later that day. But like this, you could dehydrate it too much because I'll show you what we're going to do. That's why I'm showing you this recipe because I showed you how to make crackers. I'm going to show you how to make burgers. Now I wanted to show you something in between that takes a little more time. You know, like the banana fruit leather, you can't really overdo. So,
Okay.
yeah. Okay, so you're just going to spread this out, and you're going to you don't want to do this way too thin because you're not going to be able to fold it and it's going to break. Okay? Because you're going to want to, you'll know what I mean when I show you the finished. But you're not going to do it really thick, it'll take a long time. So like 1/4 of an inch, like the banana leather.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You're just going to lay it out.
Is it going to be as thin as the banana leather?
Yeah. When you pull it out, now what you're going to do is you're going to put this in for like 2 hours. Then you're going to take it out, put a tray on top, and flip it.
Yeah.
And then you're going to take it out when it's not completely dry. But see how it's still flexible?
Can I touch it?
Yeah. This broke. I mean, it's a little, I've had it in there because I wanted to show you guys. This is a little too crispy. See how it started to get too well done?
Okay.
But feel this.
One side is, but one side isn't.
See, this is the texture you want. You know, like
okay.
rubbery, like...
Pliable.
Yeah, so this is how it's going to be after like probably 3 hours, 4 hours, okay? We're just going to put this over here, and then I'm going to take, then I'm going to get, now you can use whatever you want for this, any kind of vegetables. I'm going to use some spinach, okay? And I think we'll use a pepper. Can you hand me that pepper there?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Ooh, it's alive.
Wouldn't have been a good thing if that fell.
No, it isn't.
Red pepper makes things very sweet, so it's a great thing to use. Let's use a bunch of mushrooms. We're just going to chop all this stuff up. And you can throw this in the food processor. Again, really, really easy. Actually, let's do that much quicker. Let me just rinse this out.
Talk amongst yourselves.
I don't.
Whoa. That actually like a fruit, you know, like the hand rolls and sushi out of that leather,
Yeah.
and stick in fruit with some of the cream.
Yeah.
That'd be delicious.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
We just created a recipe.
Well, that's what happens. Really. I mean, you make one thing, and then, you know, it's really...
Can I share it?
Sure. I'm just going to throw all this in here.
Did you ever do like a hand roll, you know, in Japanese food?
Yeah, yeah,
Make a fruit one with the banana leather
yeah. With what
and put
inside?
cream and listen.
She's
Oh my
going.
Cracking me
God.
up.
Like blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, and they're so gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the cone shape
yeah.
thing. It's like,
See, that's what you
drip
get
a little
ideas.
honey on it, and then
Yeah. Yeah.
She's on a roll.
Yeah. No, that's what happens. It's really easy to make up. And a lot of times I'll take a recipe and then I'll go to make it and realize that I hardly have anything in the fridge. I have a few things and I'll just throw it together, throw it in a cabbage roll, and it tastes great. You know, you don't need to follow the recipes. So I'm just going to pulse chop these because you just want the stuff
tell you what,
diced.
cooked vegetables don't taste this good.
Oh,
They
no.
don't.
Oh,
I'll say that
definitely not.
right
No.
100%.
Definitely not. So we're just going to pulse chop this because you want it diced. Okay, so we're just going to take this out. And put the stuff in the bowl. And we're just going to marinate this, but you don't have to marinate it. A lot of times I just marinate it for a couple minutes. And as long as the oil and the spices are still in it, they're going to be in the enchilada. You're not going to drain it, so they'll just marinate while they're in the dehydrator too. If you want to do it for a couple of hours, that's fine. Add a few more of these. And again, you can use anything. And this is so much easier than chopping. I mean, I love the food processor. These two didn't get chopped up, but I mean, see how, you know, it takes a lot
so
less
easy.
time when you just throw everything in
I
here.
am not the best with a knife, I have to say.
Well, have you really seen me dice or chop? I mean, I just keep throwing it in here.
I kind of like the way you sliced that mushroom really thin, that portobello mushroom.
I mean, you know, it's neat. It adds texture, but you can also use the food processor for slicing and shredding. So we're just going to throw in some zucchini also. I think that'll look nice.
The color.
The color
Yeah.
looks nice.
Yeah. The green and the red and that looks pretty, but
And the brown.
Okay, and then we're going to marinate this with olive oil. And a good amount. And then we usually use some curry, some cumin, some cayenne, some chili powder, just a little bit of each. And some sea salt to bring out the flavors. Good amount of salt. Okay, so you want to mix this around. And you're going to just let this, like I said, marinate. You know, it's good if you can do it for a few minutes, even 5-10 minutes. That's great. So before, when you notice that's just about done, or at the same time you put it in for a few hours.
Wow, does that smell good?
And it's really pretty. And just, you know, even this tastes good, just plain.
You can put that in a salad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely use that in a salad. Here, actually. I mean, it's just marinated veggies. You know, you can just marinate this and, use it on a salad or...
Thank you.
Thanks.
So you're going to take this, the tortilla that we made, and you're just going to lay it in the middle.
It's yummy.
Okay. Good amount. And this may not roll too well because it got a little too well done while I was waiting to show you guys. But you're just going to take this and you're going to roll it. Squeeze it and turn it over. And that's it. This kind of fell apart, but I'm just going to roll it up.
It's incredible.
Wow.
Then you're going to take them and put them, that one totally fell apart, but I'll show you what they look like.
You have them all completed. Oh, good.
Oh, you put them back in the dehydrator.
Yeah, put them back in the dehydrator for at least a few hours.
Oh.
So I want you guys to try this.
Oh my God, look at that. It looks like there's refried beans coming out of the back.
Yeah, because the vegetables get dehydrated and they get dark. But this also has a chewy, the first time I did this, I made a nut cheese, and it didn't taste right because this actually tastes cheesy.
Oh my God. This is the real thing.
I love yours.
Oh, this is the real thing, though.
Yeah, isn't it incredible? I like just watching your expressions. But it is, you don't expect it to taste that good.
Oh my God, it's so good.
And you can decorate the plate.
You know, there's no beans.
No.
You can't do beans because beans are cooked.
Well, you know, at first I did guacamole in this and different, different,
Oh my God.
like
This is
cheeses,
so
but you
good.
don't even need it. And, you know, you can decorate them and put salsa and guacamole and sour cream on the side. Aren't those amazing?
They are amazing. Delicious.
It looks like there's beans in there.
Yeah. I make a refried bean. You can put beans in there.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, but I like it just like this because
you
this
don't
is
need
almost
it.
like a cheesy, chewy consistency.
It is.
Awesome.
So that's really easy.
And
It's
that's
a
the
few-
corn tortilla.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Isn't that
really good.
incredible?
Can you mix different things in the dehydrator?
Like what?
Like if I want to do banana leather on the one shelf
Oh,
and
definitely.
flax
Oh, yeah.
crackers on another.
Oh yeah, all that stuff I made in one dehydrator. It was a 9 tray.
Wow.
So,
But
yeah,
they just
definitely.
cook it different.
Well, I
times.
always keep it on. I usually keep mine on 95 degrees or 100, 105. That's fine. That's why I like big dehydrators. They can make all different things.
Makes sense.
So
Mhm.
yeah. So cool. So let's make the burgers. And
How many
these
more
really,
things are we making? So I know how much more to
just
do.
the burgers and the curry sauce.
Okay.
And then 2 desserts. And the desserts are really, really quick and easy. So we're going to do a cup of mushrooms. It's about a cup.
That's not a cup. I love your measuring. That's my cup for today.
And actually, I usually use walnuts. But when I made these last night, so I would have some ready for you, I didn't have walnuts, so I grabbed the pecans, hoping they come, and they were unbelievable. They came out 10 times better. So now the recipe is pecans.
Pecans, not walnuts.
Yeah. So it's funny. I mean, that's like I said, you can interchange them.
This is
sometimes.
like, I have stuff sticking to my teeth.
Yeah, those
like
are very
cheese.
sticky.
It's like cheese.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, those are they taste cheesy. Cup of onion. So we're just going to use the rest of this. And, once again, I'm not good at measuring. Okay, so we're going to add some coriander. About a half a tablespoon. Curry. I think that's the curry. Lost track of the spices. Carrots. So we can take these carrots that are a little bit wilting since they've been sitting out for hours while we've been doing this. But just to show you guys how easy this is. Carrots, mushrooms, any kind of nuts make great burgers. And then you can add seasonings and spices. You can add sun-dried tomatoes.
Good catch.
Yeah, it was.
So this is going to be dehydrated also.
Yeah, this is going to be dehydrated also. Some olive oil, some cilantro. Is this cilantro back here? Oh, this is cilantro. A little bit of this. 3 tablespoons or so. Some pepper. And we're going to use some sea salt. And that's about it. So that's it. And grind this up. Again, you just want to go around the edges. Make sure it's all blending. If you need to add some water to this stuff, you can. So really, you can do any combination. Like I said, nuts, carrots, mushrooms, any combination of vegetables and nuts. Add a tiny bit of water. And you're just going to keep doing it until it's pretty smooth. You want this pretty well ground.
How would you know if you needed water?
Just if it's not turning over, if it's too, if it's not
Feels
grinding
dry,
well enough. Yeah. Okay, so you're going to put these on a Teflon sheet.
I have cheese all over my teeth.
These are burgers that are done. I'm just going to take these and put these over here. And these you don't need a Teflon sheet for. And if you don't need one, it's good not to use one because the air will get to it better and it'll just take a little less time. And then you're just going to mold these. You're just going to mold these with your hands into burgers. Now, I'm showing you these because that's it. And if you push them down a little, they get the mesh and it looks like they're barbecued. But you can make a loaf, like if you're making like a turkey loaf with a meatloaf. Yeah, or if you're doing a bread, then you're just going to form it like this. So it's all
how
the
do you
texture.
fit that in the...
You have to take out one of the trays if it's too thick.
Okay.
All right, and you just put it in a loaf. Anything this thick will obviously take a little longer. Okay. So let me just have you taste the burgers. There's a curry sauce that you can make that goes along with them. It's just made in the blender, just like all the other sauces we were making. And these you can serve as is. with some curry sauce. The side salad. Or you can put them between 2 mushroom caps and have like a mushroom burger. Or you can even put them between the crackers.
Oh.
Or you can roll them up and use them in, you know, like as a pate filling.
Mm-hmm.
And slice some tomatoes. So that's it. So you have your burgers.
Oh my God, that's great.
So
That's
let me have you guys
awesome.
taste some of those.
Well, I have to say they look well done, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna taste
share
it.
one.
All right, we'll share one.
Since we've exploding here.
How are they?
Oh, they're good. Very good.
They're moist and delicious.
Yeah, look at the
even though
inside
they
of
really
them.
don't. I know.
See how the
They're
outside
unbelievable. It's like they're blackened.
Yeah. Did you like them, Nancy?
They're
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
I just can't get another mouthful.
I know. You guys are gonna have to try the desserts though. You guys have 2 more though.
Oh.
No problem with me.
But you can do so much with those.
No, the
you
taste
know?
is really good.
These
Good.
are awesome.
Good.
Those are so good. They're almost sweet. You know, they're.
Yeah.
I
have
didn't,
a
I
very
didn't know what
sweet-
to expect.
Yeah, they're
But
sweet
they're
from
really
the carrots.
sweet,
The carrots
yeah.
make it really sweet. And like I said, you can add anything to them. You know, your own combination of stuff.
Tomorrow I'm going to be so sorry that I left this.
Take it home in a
I
doggy.
think I will.
All right, so I'm going to show you the desserts. These are the desserts are really, really quick because most of them, I mean, there's some desserts you can dehydrate.
What are we going to make?
We're going to make the torte. This is the quickest, easiest thing. This is something that I make. If you ever want to turn anybody onto raw food, I make this all the time to bring over people's homes, or if somebody's birthday party and I need to bring something for me and I want to have people taste it. I made this for a friend's birthday party, and I brought the dessert, and everyone, you know, they were eating all kinds of cooked food, and she had a big birthday cake. Everyone devoured the torte, and nobody even knew it was raw.
So you didn't say anything?
No, well, after I told somebody, and then they told a couple more people, then people are coming over and saying, "How do you make that?" So this dessert has 4 ingredients. Is there a lemon over there?
There's a half of one right there.
Right here behind the mushrooms.
Oh, okay. I saw one. You take the half a lemon. We're going to use the raisins, walnuts, and dates. That's all that's in this. So what do you guys think? I mean,
Oh
how do you...
Besides being overwhelmed with food, it's
I mean,
unbelievable.
what are you thinking right now?
I'm creating
Okay.
recipes in my head, so I guess I'm headed towards a good trail here.
I'm trying
My
to figure,
journey's
okay,
gonna be a
breakfast,
safe one.
What are we having for breakfast now?
Do you feel like you can do that?
I'm excited by the challenge, and I'm excited to see that I can be creative with it already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I really love being in the kitchen. I really do like to cook.
Yeah.
Good, you
So
can
this
cook for
is,
me.
but this is, there's a really fun creative process here.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's different than some other cooking that's more exact, perhaps.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if with baking and things, you have to be so exact.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to be that exact
No.
with these
I mean, did
desserts?
you see? I was just throwing
No,
stuff.
she just-
in.
Yeah, so I mean,
I make
that's a
mistakes
turn on
every
for me.
day.
That's a big turn on.
I made mistakes with all the recipes I was just making you. I was talking, so I forgot to throw.
Yeah, right.
I put in the soup. I put
and it
cider
didn't matter
vinegar.
because it tasted awesome.
It tastes
Yeah.
great anyway.
Yeah, because the flavors of the fruits and vegetables come through. So do you feel
I like the
this
variety.
is?
I really like the variety that you're showing us.
Yeah, that's
Because
why
it
I'm
really
doing
gives
this.
gives you more.
I did
your
one
palate
soup.
is.
I did one,
Yeah.
a couple dehydrator things. I did a couple. I want you to know how, because once you know how to make one
Yeah,
dessert,
right.
one dehydrator thing, one cracker, one thing in the saladaca, the spiral slicer, then you can do anything in it. You know, you can make all different kinds of stuff.
I'm excited to play with a dehydrator.
Instead of just thinking that
I
all
am.
you can do is have salads.
Right, because that would bore the heck out of me. I couldn't deal
I mean,
with that.
have we even had? That's like you
Right,
know.
right.
I put salad on the plate.
Right.
But we haven't been eating any salad.
Right.
I mean,
But I could even dehydrate these, keep them in my bag, and order a salad in a restaurant and throw those on.
oh
it.
yeah,
Right.
exactly.
And then it's a meal,
Exactly.
you know, and then it's not a boring
Yeah.
salad.
Exactly. Exactly, and that's what I mean. If you go out, you get a big salad, but if you have one thing, either a little dessert, or you have some mock tuna with you, or you have the burgers, or, you know, walnuts, 2 cups of walnuts, 2 cups of raisins, that's it. You want to grind this really fine. You can grind it for a while and it could still be a little chunky, and that's okay. If you like it nutty, you can keep it like that. I like to do it really smooth so it tastes fudgy, so I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so see how it's still a little grainy and still a little nutty?
Yeah.
So we're going to do it a little bit more. You can leave it like that if you want, but... Okay, hope you guys are hungry.
Ooh, it looks like fudge.
So that's the bottom of the tort. And we're going to shape this. You can really form it however you want, but I like to shape it into like a round circle.
Raisins and walnuts.
Raisins and walnuts.
That's
it. Then we're going to take our dates, a cup of dates. And you want to make sure you take the pits out of the dates. And if you soak them, they're going to be a lot easier. Some of these don't have pits. They're going to be a lot easier to blend, because otherwise they may not get as smooth. If you soak them for a while, they really
just
come
in
out...
water again.
Just in
Spring
water, yeah. And if you soak them, they really come out like frosting. Wait till you guys
Oh my God.
taste this. This is the best. And again, it's 3 ingredients. So do you know how to go raw now? Like today?
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay.
Oh my God.
I mean,
yeah.
are there any other questions that you have? Anything that you need?
Will you do my first shops for me? And coordinate the recipes. No, I'm going to go slowly because I could make great smoothies.
And go home, pick out a couple of the recipes, write them down, get all the ingredients. You know, take 3 or 4 even. A dessert, a couple main meals, and, you know,
Well, I know what I'll
something.
need to help me get through.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the flaxseed crackers and maybe, you know, a burger or...
I'm just going to add a half a lemon to this.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we're just going to grind up a cup of dates and a half a lemon. This you're going to have to scrape down a little because there's not too many dates, so you want to make sure you go around the edges. This doesn't take too long if they're set. So excited for you to taste this. I love it when people eat my food and like it.
Like it? I
Like
love
it,
it.
love it,
I
love
really
it.
do love it.
It's great.
It's funny, a friend of mine, I always force food on her. Like, she'll come over and say, Alyssa, I just ate. I'm really not happy. No, you got to taste this. You have to taste this. She's like, you know, you are not happy until people taste your food and give you a whole, you know, rundown about why they liked it. So it makes you very happy when people eat your food. Okay. See how it's like a frosting?
Yeah.
And then we can take
Oh,
some
boy.
fresh
Oh boy.
some fresh raspberries. Just plop them around. Make it pretty. Wait till you guys taste this. You're gonna flip out.
Is this very rich? I mean, you cut like little slivers or...
Yeah, I mean, I sat down and ate like, you know, half
The whole
of it
thing.
at once. You know, you would normally. Yeah, I mean, it is very rich.
Well, there's sort of, there are different rules. You could have that as your dinner.
Yeah, that's,
mean-
and you know, that's the thing too. I have to say, I mean, if you're trying to lose weight, if you're not trying to lose weight, you can eat whatever you want. You're not going to gain weight on this diet. But if you're trying to lose weight, you don't have to stop it. You can eat this. You can eat whatever you want. You don't have to limit it. You don't have to count calories or fat grams. But you do, I mean, if you're eating a smoothie with almonds in it in the morning, like you're doing a mudslide, and then you're having for lunch you know, the burgers or meatloaf or something like that. And then you're having for dessert the tort. And then at night you're making a big meal with nuts. I mean, that's a lot of nuts. And then a salad with olive oil. So you won't gain weight, but you won't lose it. But it doesn't mean you have to stop eating anything or deprive yourself if you're hungry. The first week you can eat whatever you want. You can eat a jar of almond butter every day. You're going to lose weight. You can eat whatever you want. Your body is shifting and changing and getting used to this diet. So don't deprive yourself. You know, after a few weeks, if you feel like you need to cut back and adjust. But what will happen is you'll have the same thing for breakfast, the same thing for lunch. Instead of dinner, you might have just a salad and then have a piece of tort later. So you'll know if, you know, gee, I kind of want something sweet. Well, maybe I'll just have a big salad and a piece of dessert. You know, you'll adjust it, but you don't have to give up anything. Or you can just sit down and, you know, you can say, well, I'm not going to have a big nut thing for lunch and a big nut thing for dessert and, you know, for dinner. And you can have...
I don't think I could anyway because you get so full.
Yeah, I mean, nuts aren't, you know, you really need to have greens and fruit. So, a piece of this.
Oh, boy.
Oh my God.
Plate, please.
It looks like fudge.
I make
Is this
the one?
Is this your fudge ball?
No, these aren't the fudge balls. Those are really good too. They're incredible. But this is more. I call it the date nut tort.
You're killing me.
Oh
Your
my
facial
God.
expressions are great.
Why does it taste warm, or is that
It's
just like
from
in
the-
my head?
No, it's just from the grinding because I grind at the bottom so much that it actually heats it up. You know, warms it up.
It's unbelievable.
Is this incredible? I have to have a little piece.
Oh, it's very delicious. Oh my God.
So people probably say to you, "Oh, this was baked."
I mean, nobody would know this was raw. You know, if you didn't know what raw food was and
No, you
you
wouldn't.
brought this to a party, they'd think, oh, it's a great dessert. I mean, you wouldn't, you know, the desserts, because a lot of desserts are made with fresh fruits and nuts, so the desserts you can't really.
You could, like, if you just have these ingredients, you could go anywhere at the drop of a hat and bring something.
That would be so
Well, I mean, this
easy
is-
to bring.
This is 3 ingredients,
Yeah.
4 with the lemon,
the
dates,
raspberries,
walnuts, raisins.
I'm blown away.
It's really good.
Damn, I'm blown away.
No, I'm going to make a blueberry pie. That's the last thing
Oh
I'm
my
making
God.
dry. But I want to show you how to do the crust.
Okay.
So it's really pretty easy. But I just want
Another
you to
easy
know.
one.
Okay, I'm going to do, this is 1 cup of almonds.
Yeah.
Actually,
I'm
one
going
and
to
a
put
half.
1 cup of.
1 cup of dates and 1.5 cups of almonds. And this is for a crust. Now, I'm going to make a blueberry pie, but this can be for any kind of crust that you make. A lot of times I'll make a raisin sunflower crust for like a lighter, for like an apple pie that's a nice light crust. But if you want a regular pie crust, this is great. A lot of times I'll just do the pie filling and no crust. Like I'll do mangoes, bananas, pureed, and then I'll pour it over a fresh pineapple, papaya, mango, banana.
Oh my God.
And you don't even need a crust.
Oh my God, that's right.
I put them in. I should have done the almonds first. But they're both soaked. It should work fine. If you put in the almonds, I usually do the almonds first, and then the dates second. It grinds it better, but it should be fine. Okay. Just mix this around a little, and see how easy it is. If you soak the stuff first. If you soak the almonds, you soak the dates, they grind much better. They're much easier to use too. Otherwise, you can.
You don't use the liquid that's in there.
No.
For
No,
anything.
but you can use this date soak liquid. This is great as a sweetener. Just the liquid from the soaked dates or raisins or dried fruits. It's
Can
great.
you refrigerate it and it'll keep, or?
Yeah, I don't know how long it will keep. You know,
Okay.
maybe a day or two. Actually, it probably lasts a few days. But it's a great sweetener instead of honey and. My preference, I like things smooth. I don't love chunky, nutty things, but you can do a chunky, nutty crust if you want. You can leave it like that. Okay, so like plates. And then just scoop this out.
Now this you don't have to dehydrate.
No,
Okay.
no. Most of the desserts, I mean, there's some I do,
Yeah.
I make brownies. They're incredible. And I dehydrate those.
Ah, Wow.
So, and you can add more almonds and dates. I tend to like a thinner crust, but this should fill. Okay, so that's the crust. And let me just rinse this out and we'll make the filling.
As long as you have nuts, dates, dark spices,
Right.
fruits and veggies, and flaxseed, you can really go crazy. Honey and almond butter.
Honey and almond butter.
And you're done. You're good to go. You're raw.
Okay, so the filling for this is so easy. It's
Blueberries.
4 cups of blueberries.
Oh my God, they're awesome.
And this is
Those
5
are
cups, so I'm going to
beautiful
save a little
blueberries.
bit.
Those look like the ones we were getting.
Yeah. I love blueberries.
Oh, I do too.
Favorite. So, I think that's about 4 cups. And 2 bananas. Now, you always want to make sure your bananas are really ripe, okay? Because they're so much sweeter. So if you're making anything with them, you know, with pies, smoothies, the sweeter the better. Then you don't need honey or dates or sweeteners. So, and you know, it's all just for the taste. Ripe fruit is alkaline forming. And when you're eating fruit that's not ripe, it creates acid in your body. And when you have an acid body, that's when disease occurs.
Right.
They've proven that cancer cells live better in an acid body. And so you want to keep your body alkaline. And fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and sprouted grains are the best way to do that. The typical American diet is very acid forming. We're going to actually add some honey to this too. Just a little bit, about a tablespoon and a half. So. And you can adjust this, you know, to however sweet you want it. And that's it. This is the pie filling. Okay.
Blueberries do stain.
Yes.
They're so delicious, though.
I'm just going to pour this in. And we're going to add the rest of the blueberries. Okay. I'm just going to mix the blueberries around a little. You can mix it in beforehand or just right in here. Now, you have to refrigerate this, and it gets like a gelatin. But why don't you just remove this? And you guys can just dig in.
Take a taste.
So I want you to take a taste of it.
I'll take it.
Make sure you get the crust. That's so good.
Oh my God. This is your heaven right here.
It is. I'd eat that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'd be happy.
Good?
Oh my God. That's so good.
It's awesome. I mean,
It's
awesome.
much better actually when you put it in the
Oh, yeah.
refrigerator.
Didn't you make that for your
coagulates.
last? Did you make it for one of the desserts? It was delicious. Oh my God.
So what, is there anything you guys need to know? Is there, I mean, or you got it. It's really just knowing how to do it and getting started. Questions will come up, but it's very simple. It's not a hard thing to do. So before I leave you guys, I want to show you how to sprout. I'm not going to, it's the easiest thing I can just tell you. I'm going to just show you a couple of really quick things. Chickpea sprouts, garbanzo beans, lentils. These are buckwheats. These are barley sprouts. All you do, whatever, if it's a nut, seed, sprout, or grain, you just put it in the bowl, okay? All I use is I usually use big, huge bowls. 2 tablespoons or 2 teaspoons of alfalfa sprouts makes 2 pounds of sprouts. So you only need a very little bit, okay? When you want to put that in the nut, seeds, whatever you're sprouting. grains, put it in a bowl, cover it with water for like 8 to 15 hours. Then you drain the bowl and you leave them dry, okay? I usually soak mine overnight. The next morning I drain it, then I leave them dry. And then I rinse them and drain them a couple times a day. That's it. So they're always dry after the initial 8 to 10 hour soak, 8 to 15 hour soak. They're dry, but you rinse them a couple times. And that's it. Okay. And then you just leave them out and they sprout. These are the
And how
sprouts.
long are those good for once they're sprouted?
They usually take a few days to sprout, and usually they stay for a week in the fridge.
Really?
So, and just don't make it complicated. It's very easy to sprout. Don't make it a big deal. Like I said, I used to have sprouter trays
do it
all
in the
over.
bowl and
Yeah, I mean, chickpeas, wheat berries tend to mold a little easier, so they need to be rinsed like 4 times a day. But, I mean, in warm weather, too. But, you know, it's really easy. Just use a colander, rinse them, drain them, rinse them a couple times, drain them, return them to the bowl dry. You know, a few hours later if you're home or later in the afternoon, just rinse them, drain them. That's it. And they'll start sprouting for you. So just keep it simple. All right?
Yes.
yeah, we will. You kept it simple. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I mean, all my recipes are so easy. You know, really, really simple. Even the ones I consider difficult. So I know you guys can do it. What do you guys think? Are you going to be able to do this? Are you gonna? I mean, what do you think?
I think so.
I think so. I think we can do it.
Really
We can do it.
Honestly,
We can do it.
I really think I can.
Good.
Absolutely.
Are you excited? I mean, do you have
I'm
any
a little
questions?
nervous
About what?
about not being able to, you know, do it 100%.
Okay. I mean,
I am.
just make the commitment to do it 100%. I'm telling you. Because also you will have something. I tell people to go 100% raw also because you will have something. A lot of times, if you don't go 100%, like I said before, you start doing it and you don't feel the results like you would normally if you did 100%. If you're only doing 50, 60, 70, or 80%. And then you kind of slowly go off and you say, oh yeah, that diet was all right, but it wasn't anything fantastic. If you go 100% raw, within days you will feel amazing. I promise you.
I really do believe that. I really do.
If you make a 30-day commitment, make the 30-day commitment and do it. It will change your life. I'm telling you, you don't have to change your life to eat raw food, but raw food will change your life.
Woohoo! I like that.
And then if you ever go off it, which you know you may, you will always, the difference between, another difference between this diet and every other diet is, like I was saying before, other diets you can't wait to go off of. When you go off of this diet, and people do go off, I mean, I work with a lot of people and they'll go on it for a while, they'll do 30 days, they'll work with me for months and they'll heal themselves, lose weight, and you tend to forget how badly you used to feel. And what the thing with this diet that's different from other diets is when you do go off of this, you always want to get back on it. I have a joke with a friend of mine, and I used to say a long time ago when I was kind of going off and on, I would say to her, it's almost like, in a way, I wish I never found raw food because there's no denying it. I can never not do it now. It's like once you find the truth, there's no turning back.
I get that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool. Great.
That's great.
Yeah.
Good. Good luck. I'm sure you won't need it. Keep it simple, you know. And I'm going to check up on you guys.
Yeah,
Okay,
well, you're
good.
going to come to our party.
Yeah, good. Big raw food bash.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks.
Thanks.